warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear my respected and most beloved ATJÈH brothers and sisters around the world, we, the voice of ATJÈH women in exile, have gathered here to remember the catastrophe that occurred in Aceh, namely at Arakundo, Idijut, 23 years ago. Even though we have been away from our homeland for more than 2 decades, on February the 3rd, this murder remains vivid in our minds, where the lives of dozens of ATJÈH brothers and sisters were senselessly slaughtered by the colonialist troops of Indonesia. The savagery will never be forgotten until justice is served. The heinous massacre that we still cannot grasp. The event of the massacre took place in the darkness of night, with no warning to the people of village. Later, to remove the traces and evidence of the heinous crimes, the bodies of brothers were put in burlap sacks and then thrown into the Arakundo River. Statistic and barbaric beyond the rationale of any human being. The lives of ATJÈH are viewed with the great con have never been brought to justice. There is not even an independent fact-finding team initiated to solve the Arakundo tragedy. Invaders from the senior regard to the President of Indonesia. Therefore, the voice of ATJÈH women in exile from the heart of Danish capital would like to extend our call to all ATJÈH diaspora. Wherever you are, we must once again learn from our warriors' experience to never trust in Indonesian leadership. It is evident that the Indonesian government has no intention of resolving human rights issues and identified only one of humanity's strategies. There were many more other strategies that were just as devastating during Aceh armed conflict, such as the PT Bumi Flora mass murder at the Simpang KKA, torture at the KNPI building, Jambu Gipok massacre, Rumah Gedong tragedy, and not to mention massacre of Tunku Batakia and his students. Know that this horrifying atrocious was formerly carried out by Free Papua! Free Papua! Free Papua! Free Maluku! Free Maluku! Free Maluku! Free ATJÈH! Free ATJÈH! Free Papua! Free Papua! Free Papua! Free Maluku! Free Maluku! Free Maluku! Asnlf, Denmark, Aceh Sumatra National Liberation Front. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dear my respected and most beloved ATJÈH brothers and sisters around the world, we, the voice of ATJÈH women in ATJÈH, are gathered here to remember the catastrophe that occurred in Aceh, namely at Arakundo, ATJÈH, 23 years ago. Even though we have been away from our homeland for more than 2 decades, on February 3rd, this memory remains vivid in our minds with the lives of dozens of ATJÈH brothers and sisters were senselessly slaughtered by the colonial troops of Indonesia. The savagery will never be forgotten until justice is served. The heinous massacre by the Indonesian military against the people of Aceh on February 3, 1999 in ATJÈH was very surreal as if those atrocious acts were carried out by beings that are inhuman. This idea that human beings can create such a chaos and massacre so many is a concept that we still cannot grasp. The event of massacre took place in the darkness of night with no warning to the people of the village. Later, to remove the traces and evidence of the heinous crimes, the bodies of our brothers were put in burlap sacks and then thrown into the Arakundo River, sadistic and barbaric beyond the rationale of any human being. The lives of ATJÈH are viewed with a great contempt by the Indonesian military. Brothers and sisters of the ATJÈH warriors wherever you are, until this moment, justice for the victim has not been fulfilled. Not even a single perpetrator from the Indonesian military has never been brought to justice. There is not even an independent fact-finding team initiated to solve the Arakundo strategy. The fact that it has been decades and the Indonesian leadership continues to change yet nothing has been resolved. They're all the same in reality. They're all invaders from the senior military, regard to the President of Indonesia. Therefore, the voice of ATJÈH women in exile from their heart, Danish capital would like to extend our call to all ATJÈH diaspora, wherever you are. We must once again learn from our warriors' experiences to never trust Indonesian leadership. It is evident that the Indonesian government has no intention of resolving human rights issues in a dignified manner. The ferocity will never be forgotten. These atrocities against humanity that must be eradicated from the face of the earth. Furthermore, it should be understood that the Arakundo strategy is not the only one of humanity strategies. There are many other strategies that were just devastating during Aceh massacre, Rumah Hidang strategy, and not to mention the massacre of the Guru Badakia and his students. Know that this horrific atrocity was formerly carried out by Dutch colonialists, but has now been embraced by the success known as Indonesia. Thank you. Free ATJÈH! Free ATJÈH! Free ATJÈH! Free Papua! Free Papua! Free Papua! Free Maluku! Free Maluku! Free Maluku!